welcome to Iacon Underground Radio for the week of September 7th, 2016. I'm Jen.
I'm Alex.
And I'm David.
So, this week we have various news from the last couple weeks, and then we have 2 episodes of Combiner Wars, and last week's new episode of Adjectiveless Transformers. To start with, movie news roundup. We get some more Stanley Tucci, or Tucci, or
Tucci.
I don't know. Tucci.
Pass the Tucci on the left-hand side.
So that's kind of exciting because, you know, his character tends to be one of the more tolerable parts of the previous movies.
Yeah, a little manic, but entertaining.
Yeah. We've got pictures of Rodimus in his vehicle form now. He's like a dark Lamborghini with some little, like, reddish, orangey touches on the bottom. I can approve of the car mode, but he needs to be just all bright orange.
Yeah.
And have flames on his hood / chest.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I live in a pretty decent-sized city, and I have never seen a Lamborghini in person with colors that reasonable.
Nobody who has that much color has that much taste.
Yeah. Generally, when I've seen them,
money.
they're, like, bright, like, sky blue and other very bright colors.
Yeah, it'd be a perfect excuse to have him be entirely magenta.
Yeah. Oh, man. That would be great. That would make me so happy. But no, they seem to have decided that some Lamborghinis should be reasonable colors, so he is merely... I guess it looked more like a dark gray than exactly a black.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's kind of a smoky charcoal.
I suppose it's acceptable. At least he's not another red car. Magenta would be okay, but yeah, we've been getting a lot of silvers. A lot of silvers in the movies. Something about King Arthur being Liam Gallagher? Like, the Oasis guy?
Wait, it was Liam?
The guy who played him in Merlin.
Okay. Isn't he from... Probably not. But isn't that one of the guys from... Isn't that one of the guys from Oasis?
Did I mistype the name of the character when I was transcribing that?
Maybe so.
I don't know. I'm just saying, if it's the guy from Oasis, I'm going to be very amused.
I'm almost certain... Okay, yeah, I totally had a brain fart. Liam Garrigan.
Oh.
Okay.
In my defense, they both have a double letter in roughly the same place in the word after G-A.
And how many people are named Liam in the world?
Well,
apparently
many of them in the UK.
He played King Arthur in the ABC series Once Upon a Time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so this is a crossover.
No, it's not a crossover. It's an adaptation of a Decepticon Raider in King Arthur's Court.
Oh, we can only hope.
Oh, I would love that. They need to at least reference that, like how in, I think it was Dark of the Moon, they're just a scattering of random G1 references. One being when Megatron picks up the Lincoln statue and sits on the Lincoln Memorial. and there need to be some, I don't know, like Rumble showing up covered in bird crap. I don't know.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Oh. Adding to the credibility of the rumor, they have been shooting in England and Scotland recently, and there was that call going out for extras for, like, King Arthur's army or something to that effect.
Interesting. So, is, like, Optimus going back in time, or is this a flashback, or ...
Good question. Go see the movie to find out.
Who really knows?
I don't wanna.
Reasonably thinking...
Okay, I'll go see it and tell you.
It's probably like the opening scene, like the dinosaurs were in the last one.
Oh,
but
man.
knowing
Where,
Barry,
like,
who knows?
someone obviously thought that scene was really, really cool, and so later when they revised the script where that scene was no longer relevant, they decided to keep it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, it's classic Michael Bay being cheap.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a he doesn't want to spend money kind of way. I mean, if he spends money on something, damn it, he's going to use it kind of way.
Yeah. It's, There's a saying among writers that occasionally gets misinterpreted, that's kill your darlings, and I think that scene was one of those things where, like, it needs to not be in there, but he really liked it, so he kept it in there anyway, but needed to be cut. Anyway, so there's our movie news roundup for the super exciting movie that, like, we may go see.
I'll definitely go see it.
Yeah.
At some point. Unless it's supposedly worse than everything else.
I think I've mentioned before that my editors with my newspaper column really like it when I hate things, so they
Get
might
them
really
to pay
want
for
me.
your ticket.
It may be one of those that I actually bill them for, like Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Did they send you to Suicide Squad?
No, they have not asked me to go see Suicide Squad, so that was good at least. And so, toy news. Actually, just breaking news. Breaking news. There is, and this is not confirmed, but we have some good theorizing here. Something that has shown up online is what appears to be a color breakdown sheet of an RC toy based on the upcoming Rodimus toy.
Yeah, which I don't believe it, because, well, the main reason I don't believe it is because the head is the Rodimus head. It's not a different RC head. But it just seems too good to be true.
It definitely works, and it does seem like a credible leaked artifact sheet, or leaked deco sheet. Why did I say artifact sheet? What the hell's wrong with me?
Because World of Warcraft.
Yes. Yeah. It seems like a credible leaked deco sheet in that it does follow the same template as the previous deco sheets released, but it is dated with a different release date and still has the same designer name and doesn't have anything in the revision column and is different poses than the previously leaked Rodimus deco sheet.
Yeah, the different poses is the only thing that might make it might be real.
Yeah, I think that's really the detail that most makes it seem legitimate, is that the toy is actually in a different pose, and there's no way, like, someone would have had to build an entire CG model of the toy and put it there just to fake that. So yeah, it's entirely possible. So that's interesting.
So we at least know
it is
that
a little odd.
One person in the fandom will be very happy if it's true.
Yes.
Oh God, yes, yeah, they would.
Didn't he actually? Didn't Headmaster Don ask a question at the last convention or something? And he said,
he did.
He'll be surprised or something like that. They heavily implied that he would finally get his Headmaster RC.
Yes, after
we think you'll be very happy.
20-some BotCons of asking. So
congratulations, Don. You're getting your Headmaster RC.
Yay! Getting your Holy Grail. So yeah, it's interesting that the head doesn't seem to be resculpted, but I don't know. I mean, I guess it's fine to have a female character who doesn't have lipstick for a change.
Yeah.
In my experience, that's not necessarily uncommon for deco sheets for retools either.
Okay, so there may actually be a different head and it's just not on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
The only problem is the most identifying feature of RC's head are the buns on the side, and you kind of can't do that on a Headmaster.
Well, if you look at the toy as it is, Rodimus's ears are vaguely bun-like, but,
yeah.
I guess you can do, like, little semicircles there that, start with a bun shape. And then the rest is just shaped like a dude. I wonder if the Headmaster will be Daniel.
I'd laugh so much if it was.
Well, that would be the natural continuation there. So yeah, that's pretty cool if it is true. Other female Transformer news. Apparently Takara Tomy is doing some sort of redeco of Victorion that's going to be Decepticons.
Yeah, because in their little mini comics, they were having come out with the other Or were they online? Anyway, they were putting out little mini comics, and they had silhouettes of the Victorian members in one of the last comics they had. But it was like, oh, are they actually going to release
purple eyes, I think.
Yeah. But they're completely, well, almost completely new decos of toys. The limbs, I think, they're very similar layouts, but there's some different colors. Like the two helicopters are actually like, have that weird camo sort of thingy. Or like alternates.
Well, Pyromagna is Mega Empress, who just is a Megatron colored Pyromagna.
Which looks fantastic.
She does look pretty good. And then the other four, I think my favorite nickname for them is the Royal Flush Gang. Because they're Flow Spade, Luna Club, Moonheart, and Trick Diamond. And yeah, they're each basically black with another color. Purple, pink, blue, and yellow. Yeah, I mean, they look alright. Because of the way that the helicopters transform, much like the actual Victorian release, they do have sort of this mottled coloring to them. That maybe it is some sort of camo design, I don't know. But yeah, so those are a thing. From what I've heard of them, they're just like, I don't know, girlfriends.
Well, and like, half of them are like fangirls of an old Decepticon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like Mega Empress was apparently built from the same parts that Megatron was built with, and has declared that Megatron is her boyfriend. Megatron is not necessarily consenting to this.
I see also, in the olden days, Luna Club was a fan of Starscream, shadowing him like a stalker. Okay.
Yeah, wait, and wasn't one of them a fan of
Moonheart has unrequited love for Soundwave, who she worked under as a medic.
So, I'm guessing that these are all, like, 1997 fan characters.
Basically.
I'm pretty sure I saw all of them in a zine.
Flow Spade was a ninja mercenary working for Shockwave who was sent to spy on the team and ended up being a turncoat and joining the team for real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and Trick Diamond has something to do with swindle.
It's a con artist.
Yeah. Oh, so they're all related to another. That is kind of weird.
I mean, she only has ties to Swindle in that her bio says she has ties to Swindle, the Quintessence, and maybe even Unicron.
Huh.
Basically, it lists him as a potential professional contact.
Yeah. So, I mean, at first glance, it's easy to look at this and say Deceptive Girlfriends, but I think they did more than that.
A little bit.
Like, there's characterization going on that kind of make, like, even to the extent that it is 1997 fan characterization, they've got enough in there that it's like, oh, here's this story that you could tell, and this story, and this story, and this implies this backstory happened, and, like, there's meat there, even if it's kind of gamey.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely some backgrounds, and, I mean, I suppose if one's complaint with Victorian was that their colors were too uniform, this is definitely not that.
Yeah, because, like, like Victorian was designed as the colors, they all mesh together in combined mode, which is fine, but individually they're too samey, whereas this, everything, majority color is black with a secondary color. It just works all together in a combined mode.
Yeah, it looks so good, I'm genuinely impressed with it.
Yeah.
Like, Mega Empress looks like big old silver and red, super Megatron-y in robot mode, and then in combiner mode there's barely any silver, and
there's hot pink.
It works really well. Yeah. Hot pink from nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the other ones, in their robot mode, they kind of read as more their individual color with black as an accent. Like, it is kind of 50-50, but where the prominent colors are, it makes it read more as that color than black. And then in combined mode, the black is the heaviest color hit for each limb. So, I'm genuinely impressed with how well this deco works compared to Victorian, where the color scheme just left me completely cold.
Yeah.
It is some colors.
I might have to get this if it's ever not like $200, $300 to import.
Yeah, well, depending upon shipping, it's supposed to be, I think, like, I forget how much in the end, like $160 maybe before shipping, which is going to be a pain, shipping these days.
So, other toy news.
Oh, one last thing. Good job, Takara Tomy, on your spectacular black redeco.
Yay, good job. A+ black redeco.
Yes. They've been doing better about that.
You're not feeding into the stereotype that that's the only thing you do at all.
Yeah. So, other toy news. Well, we've talked before about the Walgreens exclusive Brainstorm, and how maybe it's coming out at some point or not, or England has it for some reason, or so apparently at least one Walmart got a case of them.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, didn't we figure out last time that it may not actually be a Walgreens exclusive? There was just the first person who had it was at Walgreens and was showing off other stuff, and it was in the background. So we might have just assumed it was exclusive.
I mean, for one thing, they only ship an entire case of a single character if it's an exclusive. At least as far as I've ever seen. I think we have seen pictures of it with a Walgreens exclusive sticker.
Oh, well, I missed that.
I mean, I realize most people probably don't wander into Walgreens as much as I do because they're on the way from my house to my coffee shop. But they do get a number of exclusive toys. They've been getting a lot of Funko exclusives. So, I mean, it's not completely unreasonable.
No, but
maybe in this case, Walgreens exclusive means you can get it anywhere but Walgreens. When it finally gets distribution.
It seems to be going in that direction, yeah. Though people who are looking for Brainstorm have reported that the other Titans Return Wave 2 stuff, the Wave 2 Deluxes, have been showing up. So maybe you might not find a Brainstorm, but you may find his only friend. Brainstorm. So someday those will actually show up at Walgreens. There is also pictures that have come out of Broadside, who is pretty predictably based on the Alpha Trion toy. Yeah. As far as we can tell so far.
Well, yeah, because when we saw Alpha Trion, he turns from Alpha Trion to a wolf to a weird spaceship aircraft carrier, and that's like half a step from Broadside, and there's Broadside. Changed, like his chest and his arms, but the feet are the same and some other things. Like, it's more of a retool than a lot of other things, but it's still mostly Alpha Trion.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot like how Sentinel Prime is obviously going to be Astrotrain.
Yes.
We've started to see that at this point, haven't we?
I think so.
Yeah, there have been pictures of it from some... No, I did a sample show up at like an Asian convention or something, maybe? I don't know. But yeah, we've seen pictures of Astrotrain is coming. So we're getting pretty much every triple changer, except for Springer, in the Voyager size Titan Masters. Which is neat.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's a late wave new mold.
Possibly.
Maybe. I mean, we already have a perfectly good Springer.
Yeah, we got one a while ago.
Maybe.
That Springer was super good, and that was only a few years ago.
Then again, we also had a perfectly good Brainstorm, so...
True.
So who knows? It would be cool, but we'll see. And also on the Takara Tomy side of things, there are pictures of Masterpiece Grapple.
Yay.
I really like that he comes with a little support part for him to carry Masterpiece Red Alert. Oh wait, that's Inferno.
That was Inferno, yeah.
I guess Grapple doesn't come with that one.
No, he comes with a grabby claw and some things.
Yes, Grapple comes with the grabby claw. Grapple should come with a little accessory piece to support him holding a hoist.
Whenever they make a hoist, yes.
Maybe if eventually they make a Masterpiece hoist, he can come with that piece for Grapple. And then we can just have all of our G1 cartoon ships. Seriously, though, that episode with Inferno and Red Alert is so gay, and I can't stop. So, comic news, just a little bit. So something about GB Blackrock, Cup, Mayday from G.I. Joe, and Action Man getting an ongoing book.
What?
Yes, IDW's new series Revolutionaries, premiering in December.
So how does that tie in with GB Blackrock currently being a robot fused into some sort of horrifying orb?
Apparently that will be a major plot thread as GB Blackrock tries to unpack his identity after that revelation.
I mean, that does seem like a pretty big deal, but yeah, he needs to get out of that ball of whatever he's been shoved into. So yeah, that's kind of cool that there's going to be, someone from all this different stuff getting their own team book. It'll be interesting to see how that goes.
It seems like their intent is positioning this as the team-up book, so while that's the kind of lineup for now, if it ever changes, it seems like they're going to try to keep balance of this is multi-property roundup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's actually a neat idea.
They could do like Marvel Team Up and just have different team-ups all the time, and that could be amazing.
Oh yeah, that'd be
James
fun.
Barber, in an interview with Comic Book Resources, actually described it as Marvel Team-Up meets Planetary when he was pitching it.
That would mean
Sounds
something
good.
if I ever read Planetary.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, we get the unusual crossover of Rom versus the October Guard from G.I. Joe.
Huh.
Oh, that
Wow.
sounds great.
That's interesting. That is interesting.
So, yeah, this is the shared universe toy box Let's Play. I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
So yeah, if it's an anthology book, that would be super cool.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because anthology books usually have rotating creative teams that say someone could pitch something for. Anyway.
Anyway, should we use that to segue into Adjectiveless?
Yes. So, like I said, we did miss a week, but David is feeling a good bit better now.
Mostly better.
So, we still have to catch up on the last issue of X Robots in Disguise, Adjectiveless, Plain Old Transformers, Revolution Transformers. So, this issue had art by David's favorite artist.
Oh. Well, it made it a faster read since I didn't really have to look at the pictures.
And script, as usual, by John Barber. And the funny thing is that this issue is all the stuff that happened. Basically, this issue came, and More Than Meets the Eye came out of order.
Yes.
Because this issue obviously takes place before the issue of More Than Meets the Eye that we just got a couple weeks ago. So this is where we see GB Blackrock turn into Sovereign.
Sentinel Hagrid basically comes up and says, "You're a Transformer, Blackrock!"
Well, you're a Titan Master, specifically.
Pretty much. Yeah. You're a Titan Master. And, yeah, so that happens, and this is where Alpha Trion loses his head, and this is where RC tells Prowl that stuff is going on with Sentinel Prime, and Prowl, I guess, rightly assumes then that, if they're Titan Masters, they're probably going to go to Luna 1, where, all the
Titans' corpses are.
And this issue is just dealing with him and dealing with them fighting Sentinel Prime's unheaded body.
Yeah, while
Which is
Sentinel Prime's head is riding around on Alpha Trion's body after Sentinel Prime ripped off Alpha Trion's head while he was just a head.
Yeah. It's like a more distressing version of animated Headmaster.
Yeah.
He's just tearing off people's heads and then taking control of them, except the heads aren't then, cartoonishly going about being grumpy about this. The heads are just being decapitated heads.
Oh man, I forgot how much I loved that episode.
Yeah.
It's a good episode. So yeah, I mean, it is Livio Raimondelli, but I thought his art was maybe not as muddy as usual.
There was more color variety. There were actually some panels that took place in the daylight. Some of them that had a Michael Bay sunset feel. There was a little more variety, but it's still how he draws things I don't like, even if the coloring was better.
It's been a week since I read it, and for some reason my brain is only remembering the Michael Bay sunset as the color scheme for the entire issue. Although, we did have, like, blue and green with the deck housekeeping stuff of, oh, hey, Marissa Fairborn isn't in charge of Earth Defense anymore because this team of people called G.I. Joe exist now, and are retroactively have existed for a long time.
General Joe Colton has taken over now, which is interesting. He's taken over the EDC now. Yeah, I mean, it's a development. So yeah, there's a lot sort of being woven through with the whole subplot that's leading up to the crossover stuff. But the biggest stuff, so this is sort of interesting that it's like dual editorial edict storylines, that on the one side you've got the Revolution stuff, and on the other side you've got the Titan Masters to sell toys stuff.
Yeah.
But, it manages to work well enough.
Yeah, I guess. Although, a lot of this, well, we pretty much assumed when we read the other one, other than, hey, the Joes are here, here's Roadblock shooting at somebody, and Prowl's an asshole at the end.
Yeah. Yep, and at the end, RC calls Prowl, and he's an asshole.
Yeah.
The end.
My one criticism of this issue is the way it was released out of order.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you got to More Than Meets the Eye, it definitely felt like something was missing, something was getting released out of order, something weird was going on.
Yeah.
But when you get to this, it seems like the amount of stuff that was missing to get to where More Than Meets the Eye was maybe 3 pages.
Yeah. 3 or 4.
Yeah, and most of it could just be, surmised by what you were given. I mean, we already knew that GB Blackrock had been revealed as a Cybertronian, so giving him an actual Cybertronian body wasn't a huge deal. And, Prowl showing up. Prowl knows when to show up. It wasn't a whole lot of stuff that you needed to know to tie into it, which I suppose is good because they came out of order.
Yeah.
So yes, I do wonder if GB Blackrock is going to be in this Revolutionaries thing, if he's, like, gonna go back to looking like people, or...
Well, also, wait, didn't Sentinel call him Sovereign?
Garrison Blackrock. Oh, it's Sovereign, yeah.
Yeah, which is the
name of the headmaster for the toy.
Yes.
Or Titan Master.
Isn't that Alpha Trion's head's name?
Yes.
Oh, wait, yeah.
So yeah, so it's...
Which explains why he's that lovely shade of magenta.
Yeah.
Yep. I assume he'll have a hollow matter avatar of his human self that he wears over his Cybertronian self most of the time.
Oh, yeah, they could just do that.
That's probably a good idea for him to do that. Not freak people out too much. Alright, so shall we move on to Combiner Wars?
Sure.
Yeah, let's explore this madness.
Yeah, we should at least talk about it.
So yeah, we have 2 episodes. There were some combiners in a couple of them.
Oh yeah,
of them.
More combiners
in the first one, we got the Cybertronian Leadership Council of Starscream Rodimus, which my autocorrect has turned into Radius, and the Mistress of Flame, looking at Computron's Corpsutron.
Yay! Man, the Technobots, they never get enough love. They should just give them all to me. Just give them to me. So yeah, there's that, and then also Devastator ends up showing up, and
after
and
a fight sequence, Devastator just randomly pops out of the ground and rips a limb off of Rodimus.
Yeah.
End episode.
Yeah, that was a cliffhanger. But it's, I feel like the only real redeeming quality this series has had so far is salty Megatron.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The only good part of this series is Megatron and the 0 level of fucks he gives.
He is out of them. He has run out of them long ago. But yeah, he's so good. He's so snarky, and it's funny because that's not really how I think of that Megatron in general.
Or you think of any Megatron other than like Beast Wars Megatron, but I really like this sassy Megatron.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. I love
Sassy
this
Megatron
plan.
is good.
In no way will it end in bloodshed or tears.
He might be the one redeeming thing about this entire thing. Just Megatron being sassy at Optimus
Yeah.
Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No killing. Fine, but I'm still killing Starscream. No killing Starscream!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like he's gonna stop him. I will
Yeah.
note that Starscream seemed pretty unscathed for taking a shot directly from the fusion cannon.
Yeah.
It was a grazing shot. But still, yeah.
I guess. So
And-
yeah, what?
Right until the end of the second of the 2 episodes that we watched, Starscream seemed to continue his pattern of being uncharacteristically calm and cool and not backstabby.
Yeah.
And then
Which was
he
nice.
made, what do they call that in wrestling?
Heel
A
turn.
heel turn.
Yep. There you go. He made a heel turn at the end of the second episode. So I guess that makes up for our talk about him being insufficiently Starscream previously.
It was me, Megatron. It was me all along. Starscream is the higher power. Higher power.
Yeah. So that was, I guess that was good because then at least he's not, just continuing to be inexplicably hugely out of character.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So,
And we continue to have the problems of, like, the low frame rate shit and some weird cinematography, and I
The
think
mouth flaps.
in the second episode,
the
the
mouth
mouth flaps are stunningly bad in a way I think they've kind of shot around in the previous episodes, but now, no, it's just
Yeah. There was more
right
close-ups.
in your face how bad it is.
yeah, that episode, there was a lot of just talking directly to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with the
is-
Megatron and Optimus trying to shoot at Starscream and Rodimus, there was a lot of talking and a lot of weirdness. Oh, and last week there was like one line that I have no idea who says what. Somebody says something to, I think, Windblade, but I don't know who the hell was talking. It was some voice off camera, and then the guns went crazy. What was that?
Oh,
I
I
like the
assumed that was
gun launch sequence,
Metroplex. Though that then made
Oh.
me question whether Metroplex was in charge of the guns, and that's what was being implied. But
Hey? Oh, if that was supposed to
they
be
actually
implied,
seem to have-
I completely missed that. It was just like a random line of
Oh, yeah, same
dialogue
here.
from nobody.
Oh, yeah, it was...
I mean, I
interpreted
assumed
that as
it was-
Windblade getting, like, a mystical vision voice in her head kind of thing.
I just
Specifically
assumed,
in my notes to further riff on the whole Starscream heel turn, Windblade hears voices in her head. They counsel her, they understand, they talk to her.
It's just, if there was like some visual cue, like in the comic, like when Metroplex is talking, there's the weird glyphs. Something, anything that might have implied that was Metroplex, because
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what the hell that was supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, they actually mentioned her being a city speaker again in this episode, but
They don't
yeah.
actually seem to know what being a city speaker means. It's just kind of like they were handed her file card and like her specialization was listed as city speakers and they were like, oh, we'll use that as a pronoun for her.
I mean, it's entirely possible that I am giving them too much credit, but my assumption is that was Metroplex.
Okay.
A lot of dull surprise in these episodes too.
Yeah, well,
Rodimus,
those,
no.
Yeah,
those
it gets his
models
arm
they
ripped
have
off and
aren't
he's
capable
fine.
of a whole lot else.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean in the voice acting too.
Yeah. I
Well,
can see that.
we've ragged on the voice acting a bit before. It's not
Yeah.
great.
It's not the worst in the world, but like in the episode 6 in particular, it seemed at the beginning to be particularly bad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Starscream's okay. We like Megatron. Everybody else is just kind of there.
Yeah.
So it was the thing. It was definitely an episode. It was 2 episodes that happened. At the end,
can I
we
talk
actually...
about the Mistress of Flame?
Oh,
for a
go
second
for it.
first?
Absolutely.
Okay, now her voice. It sounds like when she's talking, I feel like I am at the beach because the vocal flange effect they're using sounds like either like you're talking into like a bucket that you'd use to mold a sandcastle or talking through a snorkel.
Ha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Like, I can smell salt every time she talks.
I feel like I really like her design, but honestly, her presence feels a little like the inclusion of the Enigma of Combination as a whole, in that it was just sort of, something that they needed to check off a box saying that this character is in this.
Yeah.
Because, she does stuff, but, even in the comics, she's only got so much characterization.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily, you would think, oh yeah, that's a character who is really well fleshed out and who I would enjoy seeing in this thing.
To be fair, they do give her one character trait, which is, in the face of a conflict, her reaction is escalate, escalate, escalate.
Yeah, I was afraid she was going to be the one to get the combination of the Enigma of Combination, and she would be the big bad, because they were kind of pushing her in that direction, because, like, Rodimus is, Starscream was playing the good guy, she was playing the bad cop, and Rodimus was somewhere in the middle. Until Starscream flipped on him.
Rodimus should never be in the middle. That doesn't suit him at all. He's got to be extreme in some way or another.
Oh god, I just realized something horrible rating-wise.
Oh no, what?
Was there a feminism?
No, it wasn't. No, that would not be something I would call out as a negative rating-wise. The Devastator appearance at the end of episode 5 and beginning of episode 6, he seems to have zero motivation to be doing anything other than, "Rah, angry combiner."
Yeah.
And the only plot reason to justify him showing up is injuring Rodimus, so Rodimus can't be the one who uses the Enigma of Combination, so Starscream can be. Which totally also, once you notice that, cuts the legs out from under Megatron revealing that, oh, this has been Starscream's plan all along, we were just rubes, he's a genius. No, he's not. If Devastator hadn't shown up, he would have failed.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I will note that Devastator does say something, and it's sort of, it doesn't help that the Enigma of Combination in this is written very, very enigmatically, and that they don't really explain what it is or what it does. It has something to do with combiners, but does it make them? Does it control them? And
they don't even seem to be sure in universe what it does.
Yeah, and they seem to be suggesting that, obviously, showing here, it can use it to control it for a certain extent. But Devastator did say some line that, of course, makes, we've discussed before my particular feelings about writing combiners. And he says something about, like, making him, not making him separate. And that's not the word he uses. The word he uses is a lot more, like, personal.
Yeah, it was like, separate us into our limbs. It was, and there was something about, like, there will be no masters anymore of the combiners. That was kind of an interesting idea that, like, combiners were being forced to separate by other robots to make them lesser than they are. That's kind of a neat idea,
yeah, something
but
about
it doesn't
how
go
you're
anywhere
scared
with
of
that.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also makes me sad because I prefer combiners as, individuals who are merging to make this sort of, they're fusions. They're gem fusions. And some of them work better.
Anybody listening to this who's not watching Steven Universe, go watch Steven Universe. Like, not right this second, but if it's not on your watch list, it should be on your watch list.
Yes. And so, of course, the idea of them as completely distinct individuals who do not exist except in this combined form is weird. I don't like it.
No, I took it more as that they enjoyed being combined. It was like, well, maybe not peaceful or something, but it completed them. And they hated being separated.
If you want to go that direction, they're Garnet.
Yeah.
Some of them are.
Garnet the Devastator.
Yeah.
Some of them are Garnet, some of them are Malachite.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to remember that one. So yeah, it's, It sort of implies some stuff. I mean, I realize with 5-minute episodes they can't go too deep into stuff. I continue wishing that Windblade was not just, deadly assassin Windblade.
Yeah, it would be nice if Windblade was not Simon Furman era Arcee, minus the crappy gender politics stuff.
Yeah. So...
Oh, one more thing about Mistress of Flame.
Yes.
Her staff. Dunk.
Yeah,
just making pronouncements and thumping it on the ground. That's pretty good.
It is the most pathetic noise, too.
Yeah, it's a giant metal hammer. Admittedly, she's not smacking the hammer end on something. It's the staff end, but it's just a little doink. It's just has no presence
dunk.
at all.
Aw, well,
Splicey.
But yeah, Starscream survives the fusion cannon seemingly unscathed. Rodimus gets an arm torn off so that he can't use the Enigma of combination. And then Starscream uses it to make zombie Computron and zombie Menasor, apparently. And, takes over Victorion and Devastator. And
oh yeah, Victorion shows up.
We haven't mentioned Victorion once until now.
Yeah, she just shows up, and
she shows up to fight
Devastator
after Optimus and Megatron and Windblade fought Devastator.
Yes.
Yeah, and then she ends up being a combined leg of what will be Super Starscream, I guess.
Why is there
Starscream
always
is just a brave
Starscream?
combiner, isn't he?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I do kind of like the idea of combiners being used as limbs for a bigger combiner. I don't know how that's going to work out,
neat
but
idea.
It's amusing.
Yeah. It's gonna fall apart all over the place, oh my god. It's just gonna be pieces everywhere. Limbs all over the floor. So, that's Combiner Wars.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess join us again next week for more Combiner Wars.
Something.
We'll come up with something.
Maybe we'll talk about more toys.
We'll have hopefully more toy talk. Maybe I can find a Chrome Dome by then.
I finally have an Impactor toy. Well, there finally is an Impactor toy. He's nicely colored.
Which one?
The club one. Okay. He's a redeco of Rook, the best combiner limb.
Well, there was that one that they did with the Combaticons, the War for Cybertron Combaticons.
Oh, right. Yeah, but that Onslaught torso isn't exactly the best body. No,
it was a good Impactor head.
Yeah.
That's the best I can say for that toy, is it had a real good Impactor head. I don't know even that those got very widely distributed. But that was a thing, the pre-Combiner Wars combiner. Next week, I believe we will be fresh off watching Rebirth for Stasis Pod. So we will be all up to speed on our Headmaster RCs. Otherwise, I guess that is it for this week. So join us next week for all of that stuff. And until then, this has been Jen.
And Alex.
And David.
Good night. I always want to say good night at the end. Iacon Underground Radio is the flagship podcast of the Iacon Underground Radio Network. We are hosted online at iaconunderground.net, where you can view links and photos relevant to whatever we've talked about today. You can also find us on Twitter at IaconUG, and on Facebook as Iacon Underground Radio, and on Tumblr as Iacon Underground. Maybe not. Okay, there. Now it has passed. And David can have that recorded for outtakes. All right. Take one more drink of my water. Clear my throat. Hello, and welcome to Iacon Underground Radio for the week of September 6th. It's not September 6th. That's today. It's September 7th. Okay. I'm starting it over again.